And welcome back. On today's edition of the Hank Irwin Show, we're celebrating Veterans Day down in Mobile. Hope you've enjoyed it so far. One of the key people that's involved in setting all this up is my guest right here, Bill Callender, United States Army retired, Colonel, United States Army retired, Vietnam veteran, 2 tours, and on the Battleship Commission, and had a great role in putting this whole thing together. Congratulations, another outstanding event.
Thank you, sir. It was a very, very good event, well done, and I didn't have a lot to do with this one, thank the good Lord. You know, I've been involved in this activity for 20 years, but you know, these things pass on, and we let these younger guys pick up the role, and we just kind of watch and say, let's try it another way, or that went real well, and today went real well.
Are the new guys stepping up?
Yes, sir, they are. They are.
You know, I see this new generation, you know, when I go out and I see parades like we have today, and I go to the military prep schools like Marion Military Institute, I get a tinge of pride seeing this new generation stepping up to fill the ranks. We normally think that, you know, they're not interested, but they're there. They're quiet, but they're coming.
Hank, you're absolutely right. I see more and more of that sense of patriotic duty in our younger Americans than I've seen in a long, long time, and it's really, really fulfilling.
What do you tell youngsters when you talk to them? You're a Vietnam guy now. Folks don't really, we got a generation today doesn't realize what you went through. Give a little review real quick.
Well, what we went through was not something we want to repeat again or have any of our men in armed forces to have to repeat again. People just really did not understand why we were there. We didn't understand really fully at the level we were while we were there, but I'll make it plain and simple. We were there to defeat communism, to keep it from spreading throughout Southeast Asia, and in the long and short, we prevented Thailand from becoming communist, we prevented the Philippines from becoming communist. I'd like to say that we prevented Vietnam from coming, but we didn't. But that wasn't the military's fault. We won that war. Our Congress didn't fund the war as they should have, and we were pulled out, and it fell.
You know, the thing that a lot of people don't realize is that you guys that went, you did your duty, you came home proud, you didn't get any applause, and you still held your chest high, and you walked like a man, and I'm going to tell you, I'm proud of you.
Thank you very much, and I agree with you. It was a while. It was some tough days. It really was, particularly if you were in uniform and people looked at you if you're some sort of alien from another planet. That sort of hurt. But I think after a while they began to realize, and we began to step forward a little bit more boldly and say, hey, look, we did what we were supposed to do, we did what we were asked to do, and we're not backing up.
Yeah. And as a result, now it seems like after the passage of years, you're finally getting the respect you deserved back then.
I agree. I really do. I agree. And as I said, it's fulfilling. It really is.
So now you're talking to these young people about Veterans Day. What are you telling them?
Well, I am, as we saw today, you know, you say to them, do you really know what a veteran is, what they're doing for you? And you try to get on their level. And I probably do half a dozen speeches going around visiting schools. In fact, I had 2 invites just waiting here this afternoon to come to 2 different schools and to talk about what it means to be a veteran. And as I say to them, if we didn't have veterans, we wouldn't have freedom. We wouldn't have liberty. And I try to get it down to their level.
So what do you tell young people is the proper way to treat a veteran?
With respect. Look them in the eye, thank them with respect, give them a strong handshake, say we appreciate what you did.
Is this now an opportunity for you to give back to the future? And you know, we're on this end now where we're passing the baton on. What values do you want to pass on to the new generation?
Thank you. I want to pass on to them the value of character, the value of respect, the value of appreciation of what the price that's been paid for them to have what they've got. And sometimes that's the hardest lesson for them to understand. It really is. You do that and they're going to be okay if they've got that understanding. And we're often dealing with young parents coming to grips with what it means to be veterans, not just the children, but the young parents. And we see that more and more, a pat on the back, a thumbs up, and saying, thank you for what you did.
Now, if some of the listeners want to have you come speak to their school, how do they get in touch with you?
Just call the battleship, USS Alabama Battleship, Memorial Park, Mobile, tell them you want Colonel Bill Callender for a speaker, and we'll be there.
And you'll get a good speaker, I can tell you. Colonel, thank you for being on the show. Thank you for what you did for America. Thank you for all you mean to America.
Thank you, Hank. I appreciate it. Glad you were here with us.
Very good. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to continue with our show in Mobile for Veterans Day. Stay with us.